When you think of dangerous and life-threatening jobs, real estate agent is not likely to come up high on the list. And yet, at the cost of her life, Lindsay Buziak learned this brutal and shocking reality about her occupation on February 2nd, 2008. In this video, we'll take a look at the details of the startling and cruel murder of Lindsay Buziak, which 11 years later remains just as baffling as when the investigation began. No discussion of an unsolved murder case would be complete without the speculative theories proposed by investigators and web sleuths alike. We'll be comparing some of the most intriguing. Lindsay grew up in and around the community of Victoria, British Columbia. At the age of 24, she was a bright, friendly, and attractive brunette. Working in real estate, she was a natural and logical choice for someone with her charm and kind demeanor. Her relationship with successful realtor Jason Zylo only made her promising future that much more suitable. Loved by family and friends, her father Jeff and mother Evelyn described her as popular and caring, which makes the mysterious circumstances of her unsolved murder that much more appalling. The chain of events begins with Lindsay receiving a phone call in late January 2008 from a woman requesting to be shown a home. Nothing is too suspicious about this on its own. However, a couple of odd details stood out to Lindsay. For one, the caller needed this new home urgently. She wanted Lindsay to show her a home and to purchase this place within 2 days of the couple's arrival in Victoria. Odder still was the excessive budget of $1 million. Lindsay also noted something was off about the caller's accent, something she described as a bit Spanish, but not really. The mystery caller also had reached Lindsay on her personal cell phone, a number not visible or known to new clients. Lindsay saw no reason not to go forward with the showing. However, she was not shy about her doubts and uneasy feelings. She voiced these concerns to her boyfriend, Jason. He encouraged her to move forward with securing the sale. After all, clients who were prepared to readily spend $1 million were precisely the sort of people an up-and-coming realtor should be excited to do business with. However, still feeling unsettled, Lindsay convinced Jason to go to the showing and wait outside just in case something off-putting took place. It didn't take long for Lindsay to find the perfect property for the couple. A 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home at 1702 De Sousa Place in the affluent suburb of Saanich, BC. It was completely vacant and move-in ready, both specified preferences of the mysterious buyers. Lindsay confirmed a time with the woman for Saturday, February 2nd at 5:30 p.m. The client, again with a phony Spanish accent that caused Lindsay to nickname the couple the Mexicans, confirmed the appointment, but mentioned her husband would not be coming and she would meet Lindsay alone. The day of the showing, Lindsay and Jason enjoyed a late lunch together at a restaurant called Sauce, a familiar meeting place where Lindsay was friends with her server. She once again expressed her concern to Jason. Despite the possibility of a fantastic commission on the sale, the situation still made her feel unsafe. Nevertheless, they agreed to go to the showing in separate vehicles and paid the tab for the meal at 4:29 p.m. While Lindsay went home to change, Jason stopped by an auto shop to pick up a friend. CCTV cameras recorded Jason's pit stop at 5:30 p.m. At this rate, Jason was already late for the showing, and he texted his girlfriend to let her know he was running behind schedule. She responded on her personal BlackBerry with, "Okay, I'll see you in a bit. I gotta go. The Mexicans are here." This would be the last text Lindsay ever typed out. What happens next is a series of events strung together by cell tower records, eyewitness accounts, and video surveillance. At 5:38 p.m., Jason responds with another update, just a couple of minutes away, which chillingly remained unread and unopened. Jason and his friend purportedly arrive on the cul-de-sac street around 5:45 p.m., where he told investigators he saw the front door open and a dark-haired man standing with his back to Jason's vehicle. Sticking to his plan of parking outside the home, he and his friend remained parked across the street for about 10 minutes. According to Jason, he felt he was being too overbearing and nosy, so he drove the vehicle further away to Torquay Drive, still within view of the house, and waited another 10 minutes. A few minutes earlier, before Jason arrived, eyewitnesses at D'Souza Place observe a woman with short blonde hair and a brightly colored pink, black, and white dress, and a tall, dark-haired man in a tan-colored jacket speaking to Lindsay in the driveway of the property. Lindsay accessed the lockbox and entered the home at 5:29 p.m., according to the timestamp on the device. Lindsay's BlackBerry pocket-dialed a call to a random number in her contacts at 5:41 p.m. This is around the time investigators estimated the mysterious couple attacked Lindsay. Inside the home, the crime scene tells the story of Lindsay's final horrifying minutes. The young woman had been stabbed more than 40 times. Her injuries suggest she was attacked from behind and by surprise, as there are no defensive wounds present. There was also no sign she had been robbed or sexually assaulted. The terrible mutilation that occurred suggested to investigators that whoever had carried out and orchestrated this crime wanted very badly to hurt and kill Lindsay, probably for very personal reasons. Her body was discovered after Jason texted her, "Are you okay?" and did not receive a response. Leaving his vehicle, he attempted to enter through the front door but found it locked. Looking through the panes of glass in the door, Jason saw Lindsay's pair of shoes. This strange and unnerving sight prompted him to call 911 at 6:05 p.m. as his friend searched for another point of entry. The friend found a way in through the backyard, and Jason hung up the phone to join him. The two men made their way up to the second-floor master bedroom to find Lindsay in a pool of her own blood. Jason's companion phoned 911 again. The time is 6:11 p.m. By this point, emergency responders arrived, and paramedics pronounced Lindsay dead at the scene. A number of details suddenly appear strange and unsettling under scrutiny, and new revelations and possible connections have produced many theories over the past 11 years. In their investigation, Saanich police discovered the following. Regarding the couple, it was discovered that the phone used to make the initial call to Lindsay was purchased in Vancouver months before the murder and had only been used to contact Lindsay. In fact, the suspected burner phone was only activated for use in January, registered under the false name of Paulo Rodriguez. Even more suspicious, the phone has not been used since Lindsay's murder. The crime scene produced no DNA evidence or fingerprints, and the murder weapon was never recovered. These facts lead investigators and followers of the case to believe that the couple that murdered Lindsay were professionals carrying out the heinous deed for someone else, someone close to Lindsay who had intimate knowledge of her life and workplace. Fingers were quickly pointed to Jason and his friend taken into Saanich police custody at the crime scene and separated for interrogation. Both men were cleared thanks to the CCTV footage confirming their location at the auto shop before arriving at D'Souza Place. Additionally, Jason passed a polygraph test. This level of cooperation seems fitting, except for the fact that Jason has refused to this day to provide a DNA sample. This fact, coupled with a few other unsettling coincidences, have convinced several members of the public that Jason Zylo is not as innocent as he seems. For one, several avid followers of the case, including Jeff Buziak, Lindsay's father, question Jason's decision to remain in his car even after seeing the male suspect in the front door and not receiving any more texts from Lindsay. As if that were not enough, circumstances within the wealthy Zylo family suggest that Lindsay could have been privy to information that her boyfriend's family may not have wanted her to know, such as possible shady financial dealings and longtime friendships with local black sheep personalities. Unrelated to the Zylo family, and perhaps the biggest curveball connection associated with the case, is the theory that Lindsay was murdered for her alleged connection to a drug cartel. Perhaps not coincidentally, Lindsay reached out to a friend of her ex-boyfriend on a trip to Calgary just weeks before, and that same friend would later be arrested and charged with drug trafficking in what authorities have called the largest drug bust in Alberta, Canada's history. The friend, a man named Erickson Del Alcazar, was arrested on January 22, 2008, as a major conspirator and trafficker in the drug cartel. Could this connection to a dangerous criminal be what cost Lindsay her life? prominent investigators Yolanda McCrary and Dwayne Stanton disagree. In their statements made on the NBC Dateline episode about her murder, the seasoned detectives have made statements suggesting the brutal nature of the stabbing rules out the possibility of a routine drug-related hit. Instead, they say the brutality indicates that this was a personal, emotionally charged murder. Despite years without answers and no arrests for the murder, Saanich police have yet to declare this homicide a cold case and have not requested the assistance of outside investigators. This is alarming, considering the fact the mysterious couple is still at large and have not been seen since. Jeff Buziak, Lindsay's devoted father, has turned the search for his daughter's killer into an unyielding daily undertaking, making public appearances on news, popular crime television shows, and on Dr. Phil. Jeff also runs a forum-style website called LindsayBuziakMurder.com, where the public can submit tips and discuss theories. The case was shaken up on this very website when an anonymous person posted the following in August of 2017, quote, "I killed Lindsay, and stupid cops will never prove it. Cut the phony investigation, it's done. Go home, losers, forget about her. The street always rules. Bitch die every day." The legitimacy of this post is, of course, speculative. Lindsay's name has been misspelled, and in the age of the internet, many people are not above this kind of attention-seeking behavior. This past February, Jeff's friends and family commemorated Lindsay's death with an annual walk of remembrance, a yearly reminder of the tragic and cruel crime that was committed, and of the many years that have passed as it remains unsolved. What are your thoughts on the Lindsay Buziak murder? Was she killed by a vengeful and controlling boyfriend, a victim of association with a dangerous drug cartel, or do the facts presented tell a different story entirely?